So, like a record of people ordering gold from Zepto.
Wait, this is the first time I'm hearing that you can order gold from Zepto.
Yeah.
In the name of investment would be especially gold jewelry. I don't remember any of my mothers or aunties saving their
gold bars and gold coins.
Don't make that mistake of completely depending on cash or gold for your own future. It doesn't work.
Delayed their marriage because, waiting for the gold price to fall. The moment you buy, there is a 3% GST on this. When you sell it, the GST is lost. I think just a couple of generations back, gold was considered to be one of the finest investments because there was no banking system, there was no stock market, there was no other opportunities. And generation back then believed in things only when they saw it, only when they felt it, only when they can have it in their hand. So gold became one of the finest, investment opportunity. If you look at today, I think very difficult to think of gold as the only investment opportunity. There are a lot more other investment opportunities which has opened up, and but I think the mentality, the perception of the people have to change, because when we invest in any kind of stock, we look into the pattern, we look into the pricing, we look into the fluctuation, we do all those analysis before investing. But how many people do you know who wanted to marry and buy jewelry but delayed their marriage because he was
Gold
observing
prices.
waiting for the gold price to fall? So nobody does that. So what we do, we bring investment angle when we buy gold, just to convince ourselves to buy gold. But technically speaking, I have not seen anybody in my life who has bought gold for marriage and later in life they sold that gold. When you buy gold for your wedding, you have lot of sentiment value to it, you get attached to it. Incidentally, this particular asset that you have is good to have it in records, but you can't sell it.
Yeah.
It will be too much of emotional torture on you to sell this.
Yeah.
So second important point is, today when you are investing in gold, even if you are investing in a gold coin which may not have sentiment attached to it, but still the moment you buy, there is a 3% GST on this. When you sell it, the GST is lost. So 3% is a direct dip in the value. Second is about how do you maintain that gold. You want to physically possess it, physically keep it. There's a lot of cost in this. So I don't believe that gold should be the only investment option. I believe, yes, you should invest in gold. Some portion of your money should be in gold so that you have great liquidity. You can dilute it anytime you wish to. But parking a lot of money in gold is something that I don't think that's a great option today. Yes, you can go into gold bonds. That is much better option today than buying a physical gold, unless you are also of the generation who still believe that I want to feel gold physically in my hand.
I think gold bonds are a great way, first of all, bond in its nature. I think gold is great for hedging, but people can also combine that with gold, like gold ETFs, and then just have, instead of that physical asset, which I think nowadays with our generation, it's very hard to keep physical assets given how mobile we are,
Exactly,
how much we move
exactly.
around,
Yeah.
and
Like yesterday was Akshaya Tritiya, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday we saw like a record of people ordering gold from Zepto, Blinkit.
Wait, this is the first time I'm hearing that you can order gold from Zepto.
Yeah,
Does it really happen? You can order gold from
Yes,
Zepto.
yes, you can.
That's amazing, man.
Of course, by investing in a very traditional sense, I have still seen some of that. I think बहुत मम्मी ने ऐसा किया कि मेरी मम्मी ऐसे बोलती थी कि मैंने जोड़ के अपना गोल्ड का ज्वेलरी बनाया है. रोज जो हमारे घर के एक्सपेंसेस में से पैसे बचते थे, and then my mom would just put it all together and buy some gold with it, and that was her way of investing. But that is, I think, the extent of investments that I have seen Indian women resort to, which is basically buying a little bit of gold here and there, right? Do you feel this is a mistake that a lot of women are making, in which they are just not knowledgeable enough about investing, and that's why they are not making the investments they need to make to secure their future.
Right. Yeah, definitely, Rini. This had been happening, right, for generations that women were very focused on saving, and in the name of investment would be generally gold, and especially gold jewelry. I don't remember any of our mothers or aunties saving gold bars in their
Gold
lockers.
bars and gold coins, they did do that.
No, it's mostly gold jewelry, right? And again, very societal issue. Luckily, we are seeing more and more women participating in the capital markets. Yet there is a huge significant portion of women in Indian population where they're still very restricted to just either savings or FDs or gold. I think this is a major mistake yet again because the world has changed. I can tell you what used to happen in the previous generation that I've seen how that gold would be used. First of all, you never sell the gold for returns because there's a huge emotional attachment. This was given by my mother, this was given by my grandmother-in-law, and so I'm never going to sell that off. So you don't really invest in gold for returns. If we just keep following what previous generation did with this different societal setup and different lifestyle that we have, that's not going to work for us. It's extremely important to have investments that actually, one, beat inflation. Secondly, are liquid in every sense, like emotionally or from the financially. It's liquid enough for you to support you when you need it, right? And gold, while it's a good hedge, and I advise people to have gold in their portfolio, we generally recommend gold ETFs because, with gold jewelry, there's issues with purity, where you store it. And then for me, myself, part of my gold jewelry is in my in-laws' place, part of it is in my parents' place, and then some is with me. I don't even know, how it adds to my net worth, right? So definitely having gold in your portfolio can help if you have it in the form of gold bonds or gold ETFs. And most importantly, it's not something that really helps with your wealth building 100%, right? So a major part of your portfolio needs to be in liquid assets like mutual funds or stock portfolios. So again, that goes into the technicalities of investment for which people will need to do like a one-on-one consultation. But I'd just like to emphasize that don't make that mistake of completely depending on cash or gold for your own future. It doesn't work anymore.